Hey guys, it's MrsStarletteChanel, and I wanted to share with you my PHAMEXPO experience. If you're interested in hearing my take on the event, then please stay tuned. So I went to the PHAMEXPO last weekend and I had a blast. This is my little tag that they gave me when we got there, and they also gave us a little wristband so the second day we didn't have to wait in line. And then they also gave us a little bracelet for downloading the app, and the app was very helpful because the app had like the whole schedule of the demos and of the master classes and the locations. It had the maps of the vendors where each place was, and I didn't feel like it was the floor wasn't too spread out. The lines weren't extremely long except for Morphe. Morphe's line was always very long. Like, I didn't wait in any lines, I'll put it that way. I wasn't waiting in line for anything. Like I said in my haul video, I chose to put cash aside because I did not want to bring a card into the expo for two reasons. One, because of the security breaches that have been happening. I didn't want to be in a place, be swiping at multiple places in a day to where it would be hard to track any type of, suspicious activity or whatever. And so that's one reason I didn't bring a card. And then two, I did not want to overspend. The PHAMEXPO stands for Professional Hair and Makeup Exposition. So I chose to come to this event because I'm a professional hair and makeup artist, and I was really interested in the education. A lot of the panels and demos really interested me when I was looking into the event. They did offer master classes, and the master classes were in addition to, some of the master classes actually included 2-day VIP passes, and some of them were just in addition to the fee for the event. So basically, I did not want to overspend on product. I know that a lot of these shows or a lot of these events, a lot of people come just specifically to buy a lot of makeup because of the discounts. I personally didn't feel like the discounts were that much lower than a professional discount. So for me, it was more about getting in there and swatching a lot of the makeup that I see online that don't have standalone stores that I can't actually get to. I wanted to swatch a lot of these products, get my hands on them, feel them, smell them, some of the products and things like that, before I make those purchases. So I feel a lot more confident about when I do need to make a purchase online, like at Nigel's or at Friends Beauty. I feel more confident that some of the things that I'll be purchasing I've actually felt and touched and seen in real life. And another reason was that I recently had a couple of videos talking about Camera Ready Cosmetics, which is in my city, and they carry a lot of products that were actually at the PHAMEXPO, and I have a professional discount there. The prices were pretty much the same, but I don't have to pay for shipping here, so I don't have to worry about, oh, well, I don't know if I'm going to get it or whatever, but I can just kind of order it as I need it and then just go pick it up. As far as like the Namies, the Nigels, and the Friends, places like that, I would have to pay for shipping. So I tried to stick to, when I was making a purchase, I was purchasing products that are not offered at Camera Ready Cosmetics and that I really enjoyed once I swatched and all that stuff. So that was, that. So the PHAMEXPO opened early to professionals and the VIP. We had about 2 hours of shopping before the general public was let in. I did get pretty much all of my shopping done the first day in those first 2 hours because my main agenda was to get to that main stage, get a good seat, and to be able to take notes and record all of the information that was going to be going forth on that stage. And that's what I did. There were lots of panels. The people in the beauty industry, as far as on the hiring side, brands hiring beauty influencers or sponsoring beauty influencers, bloggers, YouTubers, and things like that. What they're looking for, what their expectations are, and all those types of things. So it was good to see that on that side. And then there was also panels from people who are YouTubers or bloggers, and what they do to pretty much market themselves, how they branded themselves, how they got their subscribers up on YouTube. What are some important things for building your channel, building your brand, basically. And then also I heard from entrepreneurs, brand creators, and things like that. AJ Crimson was there. As you guys know, he has his own line as well as a management company. And Doe Deer was there. She's a creator of Lime Crime. And the creators of Milk Cosmetics were there. Dress Your Face was there. Doing demos. Roshar was there, and there was just so many people there. There were so many demos, so many panels, and I felt like everything was just really informative. There were panels specifically about building your brand. There was shows specifically about building a beauty family, networking and creating relationships and everything. And so I didn't sign up to do a master class just because I do not have a long attention span. I like that I was able to learn so much from so many different people. So I saw multiple techniques. I heard multiple product recommendations for like almost the same thing. So it's just like almost based upon this person and how they like to do things. So I have a lot of things that I want to try out. I was able to take so many notes. I was able to record techniques and some of the presentations and things like that, so I can go back, refer back to them. I was also, able to hear, from people's experiences as far as starting out to getting where they are, or from going from one part of the beauty industry to another part of the beauty industry. And so I just kind of felt like if I would have gone to a master class, for one, I would have had to pay a whole lot more money, and I would have been learning from one person about their specific way of doing makeup, or that specific, whatever it was. Like there was an airbrush class, there was a bridal, I think bridal updo class, there were a brow class, there was a branding class, or marketing yourself on social media, something like that. There were quite a few classes, which were all were great classes, and I do feel like these people have worked extremely hard to get to where they are to be able to offer these classes, so they definitely deserve to be compensated for that. But I'm saying for me personally that my attention span is just not that long to where I can sit and watch somebody for 2 to 3 hours like the same person. I start, losing my focus or whatever, and doodling and looking around, because even some of the demos that went a little long on the main stage, I just kind of started like looking around and, fiddling with my phone and stuff like that. So I know how I am, and I feel like I paid $60 for 2 days, so that was $30 for each day, basically, for the professional price. And I feel like I got an amazing amount of information from so many different people on so many different topics, to where, when I go back and look at my notes, it's like, oh my God, this is a lot for $30, whereas most classes are like $300, $200, $150 here and there. I paid my $60, and I heard from a whole lot of people. And so I would say for people who are like considering whether or not they should go to one of these types of shows, if you are starting out, or if you are already a professional makeup artist, or you're thinking about getting into the industry, I would say go to one of these shows, or go to one of these events, and take advantage of the education that's going on there. If you're a professional, I can understand a lot of people coming in, they just want to go straight for buying the product because it's at a lower price. But for professionals, we're already getting a professional discount at a lot of these places. So it's more beneficial to, you know, get in there and get all that information. And because we don't get a professional discount for, you know, when people are having private classes, we are pretty much paying $250, $300, $500 to, you know, sit underneath these amazing artists. But I mean, there were some really amazing artists that were on these stages, and I didn't pay anything extra to sit underneath them and to watch their techniques, to take notes, to ask them questions. Like, it was amazing to me. It was very informative. And yeah, so I spent the most of my time there at the main stage and then at the focus stage on the first day after I did my shopping. The second day I came in, I didn't even try to get there for the pro hours. I think it was only like a 30-minute slot for pros and VIPs to get in earlier, and I didn't even do that because I was like, I wasn't planning on buying much of anything else. But when I did come, I did a little bit of shopping, and then I went straight to the main stage, got ready for the panels and everything. So that's pretty much how I spent my time there. And I felt like that was the most beneficial for me because, like I said, that was my main purpose for going, was to get as much education as possible. And I felt like I got more than what I paid for, rather than leaving and feeling robbed. I mean, even though I went there and I spent money on product, I left with so much more information than I left with product, and that makes me feel really good. I was invited to the official after party, which was sponsored by BoxyCharm, and I went, me and my husband went. My husband actually came up with me. He didn't go to the expo with me, but we just came up there to LA together. And he came to the after party with me, and we just kind of like hung out there, and I met some YouTubers and, you know, took some selfies and all that stuff. I'm not a clubber, so I pretty much just people watched, but it was still really fun. DJ was awesome. The club that it was at was really nice. If I was a clubber, that's the type of club that I would go to because it was really, really nice. Those cupcakes, oh my God, those cupcakes were so good. I'm going to link, you know, a couple of links down below, so make sure you check my description box. And at the end of the after party, we got swag bags. So, and they were filled with like products from the sponsors, which was really, really awesome. My husband and I both got swag bags, and his was different than mine. But of course, what is my husband gonna do with like a makeup swag bag? So of course he gave me his, and so I like got double the goodies, yay! And so overall, I would say this: the PHAMEXPO was really great. And the only thing that I would say that I didn't really care for is that there wasn't that much of a presence as far as the hair side of things. There were vendors, and there were exhibitors that, you know, had hair care products, styling tools, and things like that. But I didn't really feel like hair had as much of a presence as makeup. It seemed more like a makeup show to me. But at the same time, I learned so much, and I am a makeup artist too. I feel like if I were just a hairstylist and I came to the event thinking that I was gonna, you know, really, you know, get a lot of education about hair and have a wide variety of products and vendors to choose from as far as hair, I would say that I might be disappointed. But I do both, so yeah. For the $60 that I paid, I got it. I got so much information that, I mean, it didn't really matter. I had a really good time. So if you guys are ever considering going to the PHAMEXPO, I give it a thumbs up. I say it's very well worth it. Even if you're not a pro and you don't get the discount, I would say even if they charged $100 to get into this show, the amount of information that they give out, like, for free, like, now I'm not even talking master classes, like the amount of information that was given out on the main stage and focus stage was well worth over $100. So, and I'm talking about panels and demos and things like that every day. And I mean, that's just the main stage and the focus stage. The different vendors were doing demos as well. So there were airbrushing demos, there were demos on Perry & Spirit brush cleaner, there were demos on special effects makeup. There was a school there that was doing hair and makeup. Like, you could actually go in and get your hair or makeup done for free. yeah, it was really awesome. I really enjoyed it. So yes, I do recommend the PHAMEXPO. I had a wonderful experience and I would definitely go again. And thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video and to listen to me run my mouth about the PHAMEXPO. And I will see you guys in the next video.